Michella Chester here with NCAA President Charlie Baker. First and foremost, what do you think of this event? We're at Memorial Stadium for an outdoor volleyball match.
Well, first of all, this is a big statement being made here today by all of the teams in Nebraska that are part of this celebration, but it's also a big statement about the growth and the popularity of women's volleyball, which I think is great.
So this could it will absolutely shatter the college volleyball attendance record, but it's got a chance at more than that, the United States women's sports attendance record. What do you think, in your opinion, that would mean for NCAA volleyball to make history like that?
Well, I think first of all, it's just a great statement about the growth of the sport, the excitement about it, the popularity, and the quality of the play. Anybody who hasn't watched a volleyball game in the last few years really should, because the athleticism, the teamwork, the games themselves are just unbelievable. And I was carrying around a bunch of women's volleyball collegiate events from last year, like points that just went on forever. Student athletes chasing the ball into the press tables, really crazy stuff. And I think I'm not surprised that they sold out this place in basically 48 hours when they first posted the game.
Today is an outstanding example, but how do you see college volleyball continuing to grow, keeping up this momentum that we have here today? Any exciting plans for volleyball in the future?
Well, I think the biggest piece of opportunity there is we currently will have next year all of our non-men's basketball sports out to bid, the media rights and the sponsorships on those. And we've already had a number of folks in the media space tell us that they are very interested in winning the women's volleyball championship, and obviously we're going to work really hard to make sure that that ends up being something that gives us the chance to continue to grow and promote the sport. And by the way, it's also huge these days among young women, and I think one of the things people should remember here is that the folks that are playing here today, 5 years from now, those kids are in junior high school and high school, and there are literally volleyball tournaments going on all over the country that involve thousands of young women and their teams and their coaches that are playing in tournaments constantly around the country. And I don't think people realize how explosive the growth in this sport really is.
So I want to ask a question about you for a second. So we've seen a lot of governors run for United States president, never president of the NCAA. Why the NCAA, and what is your vision for the future moving forward?
Well, the main reason I was interested in this job is I had personal experience with college sports. My wife was a gymnast, 2 of our kids played D3 football, my brother was a baseball player, and we have tons of friends and colleagues who are college athletes. And I believe it is, in fact, the most successful human potential development machine we have. The lessons kids learn at every level, D1, D2, D3, 1,100 schools, 19,000 teams, 520,000 athletes, and they learn some really important life lessons by being collegiate athletes. And I think it's really important that we continue to grow it and to water it and make sure that it becomes everything it should be for all the kids that come after, because this has been a great tool for all the kids who've come before.
Well, thank you so much. We're about to witness history today. Super exciting. I appreciate your time.
I can't wait.